Hi guys, how are we doing? Another video from Pit Lane Sim Racing, and make sure you're subscribing and hitting those reaction buttons, guys. Now, this is a bit different of a video, and it's going to sound a little bit insane to some of you probably, but we've got rFactor 2, and all I'm going to show you is the user interface. Because back in the day, rFactor 2, it was just terrible for its menu system and how you got into it and stuff like that. And it took people like me to be just insane about the game and the sim. That the sim just, it papered over those huge Grand Canyon style cracks and stuff with the UI. You just forgave it that because the sim was just so good. And then a while back, rFactor 2 brought out another UI, and everyone couldn't wait for it. And while it was an improvement, I have to say, I pretty much stopped using rFactor 2 just because it still wasn't right. It functioned and everything was there, but it was what we had before with sort of fancy dressing. It still wasn't what we needed, what we wanted. And all of a sudden, there's this new UI, and honestly, I'm so excited. As an rFactor 2 fanboy, if you know me, those of you that have been around me in the sim racing community for years will know rFactor 2 is like the one for me. rFactor 2 for me is the pinnacle of sim racing. And simulation. There is nothing like it for me. So when I've just come onto rFactor 2 and I'm greeted by this, I've got tingles just at a menu. That's how much. Look at it. Just look at it. Look at it. Just the start menu. Do I need to say anything? Just look at that. Beautiful. This and people who talk about the graphics on rFactor 2, have a word with yourself. Have a word with yourself. This is out of sim. These visuals are out of the sim. That whole stigma that people put around rFactor 2 is just wrong, outdated and wrong. But let's actually click to start, because I've wasted 3 minutes just talking about a start screen. Right? We're in. rFactor 2, Studio 397, Motorsport Games, whomever, all of you. Well done. Well done. Well done. Right, this is so easy now. Single player. I want to do some single player. I want to do some multiplayer. And I want to look at official competitions. Just real easy and pretty and nice. Big, obvious, it's right there. And then we've got some news down at the bottom if we want to see it. Look, announcing the UI update, a build update, and BMW M4 Class 1 available. I mean, it's right there. It's right there. It's obvious. Like, this is going to seem so obvious to people who aren't as experienced with rFactor 2 as me. But this is a massive, massive, massive W. This is magnificent. Trust me. And then we've got these tabs just across the top here. So I want to race, I'm clicking race. Watching community, what's in here? We've got esports, explore the elite in rFactor 2 sim racing. My replays can go to the rFactor 2 forums, can have a look at news, or go and join the Discord. Real easy, it's right there. Content and settings. The shop, want to go and buy more stuff? Let's go and do that. We'll manage the content, the Steam Workshop, my profile, and settings. And I mean, this is so much better. It's so clear now. Gameplay, all the AI settings that you need, all your driving aids, replay fidelity, network things, plug-in stuff, calibration controls. And there's the wheel being recognized immediately, the pedals Immediately, straight there. All of your profile presets down the left. Force feedback. And then let's assign our controls, bind our controls how we want. Driving, assists and gameplay, in the camera, UI and chat, graphics. Let's look at all the graphics settings that you can do. All of them that we're used to, but in a pretty and obvious way. I know this is going to sound so silly if you don't play rFactor 2, but I've put out some videos recently, namely about NASCAR Ignition from Motorsport Games, right? Which is a massive L. Like, just no. But this, as an rFactor 2 fan, this is mega. Let's just look at the single player stuff. Quick event. What do I want to do? I honestly haven't looked at this. I want to change the track. Here are all your tracks, Rich. I want to go to Imola. 1.07 2001, and let's look at the cars. And I mean, just start racing. Down in the bottom corner, we can edit settings up there, so we can change AI settings here, the session settings, practice settings, qualifying session settings, race settings, all of the weather with the rain chance, and you get your 5 slots for weather as we go along. Look, I mean, how much can I talk about a UI? Probably a lot when it comes to rFactor 2. But multiplayer, there are your multiplayer servers with people on. I mean, that's mega for a start. People are on it. I don't know if this is going to take me out of the sim. No competitions within the sim to go and join those. So that's within the sim. I don't know what esports is going to do. That'll open rFactor 2 Twitch. What will news do? That's the latest news, all within the sim. We're not getting taken anywhere. I presume the Discord will, and that's fine. The store will take us to Steam. This is just a massive win. Massive win for Studio 397, rFactor 2 and Motorsport Games. I mean, this video will probably make no sense to anyone why I'm so excited and thankful about a menu system, but trust me, since rFactor 2's release, I am one of the people that for years just forgave rFactor 2 for its menu system. This honestly is a massive win. It's probably too late, or later than it should have been by some years, but see, I'll still forgive them that. Mega, huge win, well done. Studio 397, Motorsport Games, rFactor 2 team at large. Well done. It's about time. Let's get racing.